Cheers! My name is Jurica Ruic, offshore and marine worker with over 20 years of experience, as well as former professor at Marine Academy in Zadar, Croatia. This is a second video tutorial for the boat leader or the leader of the boat up to 12 meters. This video tutorial will help you to have a better understanding about the rules and regulations at the Adriatic Sea. In this tutorial I will be talking about ship's lights, VHF communication and collision regulations. But before I start, I have one important notice. If you are a tourist and you are using a chartered boat, it is important to know what are you doing. Example, this happens a lot. Your main mast height is 15 meters and you are about to go under the bridge. You see the big note 14 meters height of the bridge and you decide to go under the bridge because it's the shortest route. Remember, the shortest route is not always the safest route. So, what's gonna happen now? You're gonna end up damaging your sailing boat and your vacation is over. Before you go under any bridges with your sailing boat, check the clearance first. Do not go underneath because you just decided to go. Alright, we'll continue with the ship's lights. At sea, the same rule applies as on the road, a right-hand rule. What are the ship's lights used for? That is a visual communication between the ships. Ship's lights are there to prevent a collision. Ship's lights tells you whether the ship is at anchor or underway and direction it's sailing. Also, ship's lights tell you whether the ship is not under command or grounded. And the last but not least, ship's lights tell you the nature of the work the other ship has been involved in. The most common lights you will encounter while sailing along the Adriatic coast. Number 1. Power-driven vessel. What is the power-driven vessel? That is a vessel using engine for the main propulsion and can be less than 50 meters and longer than 50 meters. Sailing vessel can be over and less 20 meters. If the sailing vessel is using the engine, then it's considered to be a power-driven vessel. If not, then it's considered as sailing boat. Vessel not under command. Vessel over 50 meters aground, restricted in ability to maneuver. So, what we have learned: port side red, starboard side green, main mast white, stern light white. If the vessel is more than 50 meters in length, then it has to have a forward mast with the white light. Conclusion: basic lights are on when the vessel is underway. Additional lights to be added depending on the situation or the work she is engaged on. VHF, or very high frequency, that is a radio station built in your boat. It has antenna, transmitter and receiver, and of course the radio with the mic and speaker. Main and only purpose is communications and listening. What are you listening on your radio stations? You use channel 16 to listen for the traffic informations and weather warnings, as well as distress calls. Channel 16 is used for the communication boat to boat, boat to shore, shore to boat. Do not talk your private matters on the channel 16. You can call your mate on the channel 16 and tell him to change the channel on a certain agreed number. What is the VHF range? Higher antenna, longer range. By the way, Earth is not flat, it's very round, so the higher antenna you have, further the signal will go. Usually on small boats the range is about 5 nautical miles. Bonus for you! This is the most common question at the boat leader exam. Listen carefully. Maximum boat speed related to the distance of the nearest coastline or a beach. Up to 150 meters, not more than 5 knots. 150 meters to 300 meters, not more than 8 knots. More than 300 meters, where possible and safe, you can go full speed. Alright, I'll wrap it up and let you digest this video. Remember, if you came to Croatia to charter a boat and to have fun, that doesn't mean you don't have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules because it is very important to have safe navigation. Be safe and enjoy Croatia.